and let this party never end. You know how to do.
Greetings from Seoul, Korea, and welcome to the GSL. I'm Tasteless. With me is Ro8. How you doing?
I'm doing really good, man. It's very hot out there today, but
it's a little too hot.
It's so cool in here.
Yes. Oh, I see what you did there. I know it's good usage of the word cool there. Now, today is a big day here. We're getting pretty deep in this tournament, the round of 8. We got a ZVZ. We got a PvP, excuse me. So 2 mirror matches with 2 guys. That's mine. What are you doing? No!
It's mine now,
You did
Tasteless.
it. Those are the free drinks we got from our sponsor, Pepsi.
Well, you can't drink out of that now. You know the rules.
They got free ones backstage.
Well, you're going to be up here commentating.
We
can't
get a break,
go backstage.
commercial break.
I'll lick that one too, Tasteless.
Oh, dude, you're a douche.
I'm slimy. What can I say?
You're a selfish man. Look, we got a great day today. 2 players, each in a different matchup. We're the best at their respective mirror matchup. NesTea, God at Zerg vs. Zerg, and MC, the best Protoss versus Protoss there is. Maybe Inca, it's debatable, but, what the hell? I'll just say it since we're already here. It makes the day more exciting.
Well, there's a lot of storylines. Our stats boy, Polarius, won. Let me know. It's 38-8 combined between NesTea and MC. That's like 83% win.
And that's actually insane. Just
the highest in their races.
Yeah, when you're a pro gamer and you're only competing against the best in the world, to have anything over like 55, 60% is really good. So you said that's 83%?
83%. And then our other 2 players put together, CoCa and Hongan, are 0-11. That's 0%.
That is 0%. By the way, at the bottom of our screen for the CODES finals, which we'll be casting, will be held at Yonsei University. It's very close to home.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Yonsei University, great university. Come down there. We actually get a lot of students at Yonsei coming down here. So if you're a student there, we're actually going to be at your university.
You better show up.
You better show up. I don't care what the classes are. Got to be there. Get your priorities straight. All right? Most people right now watching live right now at 4 in the morning, they got their priorities straight.
Yeah, they really
do. By the way, check out the GOM TV mobile service. You can now basically watch GOM TV on your phone. So you can watch GOM TV whenever, wherever. It's very exciting. And add GOM TV's Twitter. It is simply GOM TV, just like yours is Ro8. Mine is Call Me Tasteless, so feel free to add us too. And you give GOM TV feedback, stuff like that. Get that Twitter bigger. We want to do that. Now, on to our first set today. Doing the Zerg vs. Zerg. Yeah, NesTea CoCa.
Battle of the drinks.
Yes. Well, Pepsi will always win in that one.
That's very true. Yet I see no Pepsi here.
Well, this is a Pepsi.
Yes.
I almost drank it.
No, man.
Nasty
I licked that. You
germs.
can't. I might not even drink this. I might just throw this away at the end of the day.
Oh.
I don't know, man. But that's something I can do.
There's a cold place in hell for people like you, Ro8. Let's take a look at last week's results.
We had NesTea 2-0 over Ensnare. CoCa 2-0 over Genius. Trickster 2-1 over Clyde. And Lucira 2-1 over Top.
I don't think any of those results are too shocking. As you can see, the CODES round of 16, day 2, a little bit more one-sided. Xenio 0-2 to Hong and Prime. Liquid Hug also 0-2 to MC. Xenix Beyond 2-0ing OGS Nada. And Optimus Prime, formerly known as Colt Prime, 0-2 to Start Tail Bomber.
Indeed, Tasteless. A fun couple days of games.
Yeah. So here we are now. We have Xenix CoCa looking a lot like Nada right now. Up against I'm NesTea. And on the right over here, Hongan Prime against OGS MC. Now, Hongan is a good player. He's hard to kind of figure out. I mean, I guess we could say in other matchups he likes to Blink Stalker. His Protoss versus Protoss, though, I think it's partially because it's pretty hard to do tricky stuff in PvP. It's hard to even get a second base in Protoss versus Protoss. He's been having a hard time. MC, he was doing more forward gate rushing, and that sort of evolved into all sorts of other different styles that he's approaching with.
PvP, very changing matchup right now.
A very
changing matchup, Tasteless.
You are so articulate.
You don't think it's very changing? It's very changing.
Wow.
Yeah.
OGSMC, still the dominant Protoss force in the world. You ask any Protoss pro gamer, who is the person you like to watch play? MC is always going to be one of them where they're like, I study that guy. That guy's pretty damn
He's
good.
a 2-time GSL champion.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, of course, these two, as we've said, kind of outclass their opponents. But then they meet in the round of 4, which means we're going to have possibly our first 3-time champion. We have, right now we only have 5 different GSL champions.
Yeah, it's always the same group of
out of 8
small guys.
Winners. Out of 8 tournaments, we have 5 different people.
Yeah.
And I think now we're going to have, out of 9 tournaments, 5 different people. I think it's very possible.
Well, it really goes to show you that as competitive as it is out here in Korea, and it is very competitive, there are a few people that are always managing to stay on top. So that's it's what's exciting. And it's cool to see some of these players, NesTea, who is considered basically a failed StarCraft 1 professional gamer. Now he's out here in StarCraft 2. He's a
nerd god.
He's a nerd god.
Yeah.
He doesn't even walk. He sort of hovers like this. And whenever he's standing right before a battle, it's like an anime. There's energy coming out of the ground. You know what I'm talking about?
He's yes, exactly.
In every anime battle, there's energy coming out of the ground.
Well, that's the way you have to do it, Tasteless. Those power-ups are so nice.
Yeah, they are.
But, NesTea, he floats around, as you said, much like a Mutalisk. Could flap his NesTea wings. Doesn't have to, though.
No, he doesn't.
Because Mutalisk can fly through space, so can NesTea.
Yeah, why can the Mutas do that? Don't you think if they were on a space platform, they started going like this, they just sort of rotate upside down and actually just move into outer space?
I don't know. Maybe they're sucking in through their mouths to pull them forward.
Maybe that's why.
That could be it.
Thank you for solving that for me.
I'm very scientific in my process.
I might have to make you do that again after the show. I almost have tears in my eyes from that. I was not ready for that. So, excuse me. It's been almost a year now of doing GSL.
Almost a year.
We've come a long way here at the GSL.
What are you going to get me for our first anniversary?
For our GSL anniversary party? I don't know. I get you a purple bag, and you're like, I didn't want a purple. You're supposed
Don't
to
you know
me.
first anniversaries are yellow bags?
And I'm there with my white shoes, and it's past Labor Day, and I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know what he's doing.
Let's see here. Well, I guess the Korean commentators are taking a little bit longer than normal to introduce our players, but pretty soon we're going to get that. Throw it up on screen for you guys. Oh, okay, they're ready, so we're going to go there now.
There he is.
Oh, my God, he's there.
It's NesTea. What a tall, smart, funny, handsome guy.
He is tall. There he is now.
His
ready to meld into the shadows and kill a nerd.
He is.
As he approaches.
He'll burrow. You watch out,
The
Jason.
audience is literally going crazy right now that he was put on camera.
They should be. It's NesTea, man. I mean, this guy is a complete god of Zerg. He is a whole level better than the second best Zerg. People are like, Grey Goo. No. Luciera. No.
They're good, but
no.
This is just...
Yeah, NesTea
another
is
level.
the best. And
Absolutely.
if he doesn't crush CoCa, my world may very well fall apart, Tasteless.
Yeah, that might be a sign of the
Everything
apocalypse.
I think I know is wrong. I haven't actually seen a lot of CoCa ZVZ.
NesTea is a big nerd, figuratively and literally. He is, 6'3".
He is. He towers over us, man.
He could palm a nerd's head and dribble him like a basketball. Over here is his opponent, the underdog, but still very good. I mean, we do see upsets here in the GSL. This is CoCa from the team Xenix.
CoCa, we haven't really seen much of his ZVZ. As we see in July, he did lose to Lucira in ZVZ, but I actually don't recall that match. So,
well, we've casted so many games. It's all a blur right now.
Actually, yeah, that was a day that we weren't quite back yet.
I think you're right, because I was going to say, I don't remember that, but...
Oh, yeah, I was watching VODs and I skipped that one. I'm like,
So,
Lucira's really good.
He's got a styling keyboard.
He does.
I like it. That's sexy. Some people are like, where do you get those kind of keyboards? Well, you know what you actually have to do? You have to buy a white keyboard and a black keyboard and pop the keys off.
That's exactly what you have to do.
Do you remember back when we were young pro gamers, Artosis?
Yes.
Trying to show, who was it? I think it was the Dawn of War pro gamers. I was like, you need to break off your Windows key.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I love Zerg vs. Zerg too.
Yep.
So good to have all you guys out here. They can't hear me. Why am I talking like that? I've been to too many live events now. So as you can see, here's recent sets. Do you remember that? Well, I'm like, listen, give me your keyboard. I'm going to help you. And they're like, no, I don't want you to break the keys off my keyboard. They're like clutching it to their nerd bodies. I'm like, listen, I'm trying to help you, man. You should have your Windows key missing.
Well.
Remember that?
You know, it's
walk
really
down
smart
memory
to
lane.
take keys out of your keyboard, keys
It
that
is.
you don't use if you are a pro gamer.
Yeah.
You don't want to ever mishit a key.
And some people are probably saying, why white and black? Well, it's actually, if you glance down, it's easier to see where your hands are supposed to be.
That's actually
true.
is true. Normally, pro gamers try not to glance down too much, but it can happen.
Yeah, it can happen.
You,
You know what you can do? What I've done, for instance, like back, this is way back, but I had a keyboard, like I popped out the O key. Put a black one there. For a few hotkeys, like,
ones that were further away.
for Marines, yeah. So that way, if I did glance down, I never missed.
No, absolutely.
Some nerds going, oh my God, I'm going to do it too. Do it, man.
Slayer's Boxer was actually the guy who started that trend. He popped out every single key that wasn't used in Terran, so like he could not really type messages that well.
You actually broke off the comma key.
Oh, dude, I have.
And that's
so
why
many
whenever
keys
I
off my
talk to
keyboard.
Artosis, he always ended his sentences instead of with commas with ...
Yeah.
So that's, like,
I'm alluding to something, but
I
no,
know,
I just don't have a comma.
what? I'm like, why is he typing ... But I guess if you can't make a comma, some sentences are a little bit more difficult. Our map is dual site,
Well, tasteless.
and they did eliminate Crossfire and Crevasse. So
Good choices, both. Very weird maps for the matchup.
The C maps are out of the tournament. And oh my God, Artosis, it's time. Head to head here. The game is loading. There's no turning back now. Let's see what kind of build orders, what kind of strategies these guys are going to try and execute here to move on to the Final Four here at the GSL Codes, casted by Taste and Artosis, sponsored by Pepsi and our new sponsor, Olay. Yeah, it's time. Let's do it, man.
Well done, Pieces. Well done.
Not my best outro, but
No, I thought
I actually could hear some of the Korean commentators talking. They're not done.
it's fine.
Look at NesTea blowing his hands, getting ready. Okay, it's on. Over here, in the only one of two starting locations in the upper right corner of the map, the best Zerg currently in the world.
I am NesTea.
Yeah, there's a tidal wave coming.
Full crowd today.
And the crowd goes wild. Now down here in the bottom left, the underdog here, but we always do have upsets at the GSL.
CoCa.
Oh yeah.
Is she your favorite?
Yep.
She is.
I love her, Artosis. I won't marry her.
Wow.
You don't know what love is, Artosis.
No, I
It's
guess
been
I
seeing
don't.
a 3-second clip of somebody and realize you want to spend the rest of your life with them.
That's exactly
Don't
what
you
it
tell
is.
me
That is
otherwise,
so sweet.
Artosis.
Well, I'm sure that if you go let her know that that's how you feel, she'll probably reciprocate that. Don't worry. You're probably fine.
Yeah, sure, it's totally normal.
So NesTea,
look at this.
Russian a gold base. Not something that I was expecting to see from him.
Actually, to be honest, if I had to guess, somebody said one's going to take the gold base early. Somebody came from the future and stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you need to tell me important things from the future, not this. I would say it's. Let me guess, it's going to be CoCa, right? Because this is sort of a strat that basically you normally use to throw off somebody if you think it's going to be an even match. But I guess NesTea can kind of do whatever he wants.
What would you have someone tell you from the future if they came back tasteless?
Lottery ticket numbers. See, I'm smart.
See, you should just get the paper every day. They have your lucky numbers in them. Right
Oh,
next
yeah.
to you're a Leo, right?
I'm vain.
Yeah. See, it fits. There you
That's
go.
right. There you go.
Proven. Now go use those numbers, man. They're
Well,
lucky.
some people use those things to govern their lives.
I think it's great, man.
I think it's that's great. Now,
Both players going for Hatchery first expands. NesTea's base, this is very interesting because he's obviously going to want to throw some drones down there. That's why he expanded there. He wants to be able to make less drones and be able to get aggressive. But will he focus on Zerglings or Roaches? It is going to be a little bit closer than his main, so he could rally Roaches out of that Hatchery very easily.
yeah, that's actually a good point. I mean, he might think, oh, he's one basing. Well, there's, if you see somebody one basing at these distances, you can basically say, well, he won't have that many units here
actually,
at a certain amount of time.
Look at this. CoCa already getting a Spine Crawler and a Baneling Nest. So he thinks NesTea is actually doing some sort of cheesy stuff. His Overlord has seen there is no expansion hatchery. NesTea has tricked CoCa hugely.
This is really smart because, let's face it, in Zerg vs. Zerg, this is the matchup where you end up doing the least amount of scouting around the map because you don't have many Zerglings. You're not obviously going to scout around
Your
with the
Overlords
drone.
have predetermined locations they need to go to watch for incoming Zerglings.
Exactly.
Banelings, etc.
So I mean, the odds of him actually thinking, oh, what about a gold base? This is smart.
Wow. So at this moment, NesTea has to feel like a champ. He's making his speed. He's making his Roach Warren. Look at that. 2 queens on the ramp, a Spine Crawler, defensive Banelings being morphed for CoCa. Already we have NesTea at 23 Jones against 19 of CoCa. He's actually, NesTea has won this game with a simple mind game.
Yeah.
He is so far ahead right now, everyone. I'm sorry. He is NesTea for you, just winning with his brain. He's like, well, I don't want to play. Can I just outthink him? And it's like, well, yeah, you're NesTea. You can absolutely do that. She's like, all right. So he sits there and thinks for a little bit. He's like, all right, I won game 1. And this was last night, Tasteless.
Yeah.
He won this last night when he decided to do the strategy.
It's funny, we hasn't seen him use this before, but...
Well, you can't use this too many times,
No,
man.
certainly not.
CoCa's going to be looking for that in the next game. And look at that.
Yeah, I think right now I can guarantee
man.
you CoCa's so confused.
He's probably going to even, he's throwing up his own Roach Horn as we see. Going to reposition his Spine Crawler. He's probably thinking to himself, oh my god, he's going to do a Roach Baneling all in on me. But really, NesTea, no, he's going to sit on
just making drones.
Yeah, man. He's making drones, he's making roaches, making ovies. That's what he's doing.
Don't call them ovies.
Ovies, dude.
Ovies.
Ovals.
Ovals.
Yeah.
Overlords.
Yeah, those are overs. Those are the things I used to call them.
Lords of the over.
Lords, that's a good one. We have 28 drones to 24 right now. 8 roaches already out for NesTea. And in fact, he's continuing to make roach. He's already decided and going after that.
My
Very
Overlord,
careful.
but... Whoa.
He's going to be very unhappy with that, Tasteless. And now CoCa.
This is actually the heart palpitation of all time right now is what CoCa's just experienced. He's like, oh, God, I've been fooled on TV.
CoCa is making a lot of roaches right now. A bunch of them are popping out. We have 16 roaches to 8, though. NesTea definitely in the lead. He has more drones. He's mining from a gold base. Everything's in his favor, and here he goes, going in there. He's going to be very careful of those Speedlings because of the Banes. Moving him around the side. Beautiful micro by these Speedlings. His roaches continue to do a lot of damage. The Queen's sitting here, though. They're helping out a lot, and how many roaches do they each have right now? It is 15, 14 now against 8. NesTea still with much greater numbers, and it looks like he is just going to roll through Tasteless.
Well,
right through.
Again, guys, this all goes back to that hidden base. Basically, our Blue Zerg CoCa thought, oh my god, he's doing an all-in. I just got to prepare. NesTea's just making drones because he hit it. Base, the gold base, not even just a hidden base, but a hidden gold base. And CoCa, let me tell you something, this is smart to do in the first game.
Oh, absolutely.
Because this is like something where you're like, oh god, I so got outsmarted here.
Yeah.
Psychologically, CoCa going into the next few games here.
GGO.
GGO, polite GG. We're rooting for him.
Well,
NesTea.
Yeah, NesTea right now is just thinking about his next championship. I guarantee you that. He just so outsmarted CoCa. I wonder if it's going to affect CoCa's play in the next games.
It should. You can see her, CoCa's like, oh
He's actually
my
shaking
god.
a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's stressful. I mean, you go in there and you're like, all right, I can do this. You know, everything's... I'm a good player. I'm just going to practice my strats. And NesTea's actually just going in there at a completely different angle, you know. Let me tell you something, NesTea's got way more experience than CoCa does, too. That's actually a really intimidating move he just pulled there.
No doubt about that, Tasteless. I'm so in love with the move. Now, of course, if CoCa had drone scouted, then he may have been able to figure that out. Yeah, but it's a 2-player map, and on 2-player maps, a lot of times, pros don't like to drone scout. They just want to send their overlords and get that extra mining, and that's understandable. And NesTea took that all in the calculations, man. He is Professor T.
He is. He's Professor T.
Yeah, man.
Mr. T's like, but I'm like, listen, Mr. T.
Mr. T's like,
you're not a professor.
I pity that CoCa food. And NesTea explains to you exactly why that CoCa food should be pitied.
Our next map is Zelnaga Caverns. Now, we won't be seeing a hidden base strategy again in this series. I'm so surprised.
No,
He's like, this is my new strat.
Especially
I had
this map.
bases. But this, I think, will probably be another.
Notice
another
NesTea's hands in his lap. He's like, eh. All right, now it's time.
It's time. Bring the nerd to me.
It is time, Tasteless.
Here we go. The game is loaded. The cameras are zooming in. That can only mean one thing. It means it's time, Artosis, for us to move on to game number 2 in this best of 5 to see who's going to move on to the Final Four. Shut up, I got it.
Sorry.